We continue learning Mesilas Yesharim Yomi Baruch Hashem, back up to date. We're in the middle of the 19th chapter, learning about Chasidus, page 379 in the article Mesilas Yesharim. And we're about to embark on the second branch of this chapter. Until now, we've been discussing the Yiras Hashem. Now, says the Ramchal, what is the second branch? U'v'nedaber ata mi'inyan ahava. How we're going to come to love Hashem. And as always, after breaking our two branches, we have Ava, we have Yira. Within Yira, we subcategorized it. Now within Ava, we do the same, says the Ramchal. V'anafelim Shleisha, and there's three branches that come off of this. Simcha, Devekos, and Kina. Joy, Simcha in serving Hashem. Devekos, cleaving to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'Kina, and being zealous in defending the honor of Hashem. So it says the Ramchal, before we even go into saying and going deeper into each of these three branches, let's define the term Ahavas Hashem. V'ne'inin Avahu. What is the essence of Ava? Shia Adam Cheshek U'Misaveh Mamish Al Kervasa Yisbarach. A person craves, a person desires to be close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'roidiv Acher Kedushasai. And he pursues Hashem's holiness. Like a person runs after something that he loves intensely. And the desire is so intense and his love is burning that when you mention the name of Hashem, and whenever he relates his praises, and he's involved in learning the words of Torah, what's going to happen is the more he runs after, the more he involves himself in the pursuit of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's going to bring him an actual tangible delight and desire, an actual physical pleasure. Like someone who loves the wife of his youth or his only child, such an intense love. Even mere conversation with that beloved child brings him such pleasure. Like the pasuk in Yirmiyahu teaches us, the more that I speak of him, more brings up the delight of this is talking about ki yelet shashuim, as the HaKadosh Baruch Hu refers to us. As such an intense love of Hashem, what happens? If someone has such a love of Hashem, he's never going to stop serving Him for any reason in the world. Unless it's mamish and oines. Which, by the way, from that statement you see, there's different types of oinsim. There's different types of unavoidable mishaps. There's one level, the next level, and the highest level. An unavoidable mishap to not do something for an acquaintance is one thing. For a friend is another. For a relative, perhaps. But for one's wife, for one's only child. And no, you're not going to have to push him and coerce him to serve Hashem. He's going to want to do it. Love, his heart's going to carry him and propel him to serve Hashem more and more. Unless there's something, a mountain in front of him that he can't traverse. And now the Ramchal brings us some rayas from Sukkim in This is the cherished trait, the midah nechamadis, that the early Chasidim, they merited to attain. Kamaimer David HaMelech Lav HaShalom. David HaMelech and Tilim teaches us, Kayol ta'aroi galafike emayim. Just like the deer calls out longingly by the water, Keinashi saroi geilech alakim. Says David HaMelech, my nefesh, my soul longs for you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzama nafshi leilokim, my soul thirsts for Hashem, lekelchai, masai avai, when am I going to come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu? V'aimer, and furthermore, says David HaMelech, nichsafa v'gam kol sanafshi, my soul yearns, and it pines, it desires, l'chatris Hashem, the courtyard of Hashem. Samalacha nafshi, kamalacha besari. My soul thirsts for you, my flesh longs for you. Kol zeh mitoikev at teshuka, shayim mishtoikek lo yisbarach. Where did this come from? This comes from the intense yearning and desire that David HaMelech had to be with Hashem. Ukini Shekosov Navi, like the Navi Yeshaya writes, your name and your mention of your name is the yearning of the soul. My soul desires you during the night, as long as my spirit is speaking with you. And finally, David HaMelech himself teaches us, when you remember me on my couch at night, I meditate upon you. Here, David HaMelech describes the pleasure and the shashua, the delight. When he speaks about Hashem, and he talks about his praises. Further, David HaMelech says, I'm going to delight in the mitzvahs that I love. Your testimonies, your mitzvahs are my delight. So we're going to stop over here, but we're starting to understand that the more we're going to delve into Avas Hashem, the more we're going to delve into the three offshoots, the more one will come closer to his soul. His nefesh will be wanting to come closer and closer, hopefully, ultimately, to reach the level, as we saw, like David HaMelech. We'll pick it up from here in the next year. B'siyata D'Shmaya.